Hello there, Whip here, and today I'm going to be showing you a mod called the Pogo Stick Mod, which basically adds loads of different varieties of Pogo Stick into Minecraft, and they all have different abilities, and they all propel you into the air different distances. So some of them only propel you about 2 blocks into the air, and some of them go up to about 6 blocks, so yeah, there's loads of different ones, do suit your needs. But the first thing I'm going to show you is how you can actually craft any of these Pogo Sticks. Now all the crafting recipes are very similar, they all contain one common item, which is the Pogo Stick template. And to actually craft this template you're going to need a slime ball with 2 sticks above it, like a sword pretty much, but the other way around. But there we go, and you craft yourself a Pogo Stick template, and then you can use this Pogo Stick template along with the block of your choice to make the Pogo Stick of your choice. So for the wooden Pogo Stick you're going to need a wood plank, and then for the stone one you're going to need cobble, of course. Why did I have a cobblestone monster again there? That's completely pointless. I must have slipped when picking the item there. Oh well, just use cobblestone. But next we've got a gold Pogo Stick, which you craft using a gold ingot, and then we've got the iron Pogo Stick, which you craft with an iron ingot, and then last but not least we've got the diamond Pogo Stick, which you craft with a diamond, not a diamond ingot, they don't even exist, just ignore that, it's just a diamond of course. And we've also got some more types, but I'm just going to go through the basic Pogo Sticks first. So if we go over here, I've actually set up a number of jumps, and these vary in height, so I can show you which Pogo Sticks propel you different heights and such. So first off, we've got the wooden Pogo Stick, and this one, when you right click, propels you up 2 blocks like so, and you can keep doing this over and over again. But you may notice with this one that once I right click, I only jump once, and then when I land, I stop jumping. Now this isn't the case for all of Pogo Sticks. Other Pogo Sticks, like the stone Pogo Stick, all you have to do is right click once, and you'll actually jump infinitely. So if I do go over to the next jump here, and we're just going to right click, you can see that as when I land I instantly get propelled into the air again. Although at the moment you can see there is a little bug with this mod where you actually get damaged every time you land. I'm presuming you could actually counteract this by wearing feather falling boots or something, but for the moment when you land you do take damage, although it doesn't actually appear on your hearts, it just has the damage tick sound, which does get a bit annoying. But you can see with the stone Pogo Stick I've managed to go over 3 blocks high wall, which is awesome. So we can just land on that and jump off. And next up we've got the iron Pogo Stick, and this one actually makes you fly up 4 blocks, so we should be able to get on top of this wall fairly easily, like so. Yep, there we go. And again, this works like the other ones, it just permanently bounces infinitely whenever you land. I do need to mention though how you can actually stop yourself from bouncing, because you don't want to bounce all the time, do you? Now there are 2 methods to this. You can just like change to an empty hotbar slot, or you can just press the crouch key and hold it down, and then when you land you'll stop bouncing. There's also a gold Pogo Stick, and this one is pretty much the same as the iron Pogo Stick, although it's going to have a lot less durability because it's gold. So you can see here we can do exactly the same jump, but its durability goes down noticeably faster, and you can see it's already gone down like 2 little bits there on my hotbar, and you've probably only got about 100 jumps before it runs out. So I wouldn't recommend making the gold one. I'd always make the iron over the gold. I mean, it's not as if iron is very rare at all, so you may as well get the iron one. But last but not least, we've got the diamond Pogo Stick, and now this one enables you to jump up, I think it's 5 blocks, yep, there we go. So we can get on top of this fairly easily, like so. And again, it's going to have the most durability because it's made of diamond, and like all the diamond tools do, they have the most durability of any tools, and you can just bounce around infinitely forever, really high, and you can feel like a rabbit, I suppose. Boing, boing. Okay, maybe not like a rabbit. I wonder if we can actually jump across that ravine using these. This is probably going to be a very stupid thing to do. We're going to try it anyway. I'm probably going to end up dying. Here we go. Oh no! Can we get up the ravine though using this? Let's do this. Oh no. Okay, that was a bad idea. It's obvious you can't get some like horizontal momentum with these, it's only vertical. So yeah, just bear that in mind. You're not going to be able to jump canyons with a Pogo Stick. Although that would be really awesome to do, you can't do it with this mod, which is a bit of a shame. Maybe in the future actually they'll add a feature where you can actually like pogo in the direction you're looking, so if you look behind you it's going to like fire you off that direction or something. But for the moment you're not going to be able to do that. So now I'm going to show you the more interesting Pogo Stick. So we've got the explosive Pogo Stick, the Pogo Stick of Harm, and the Pogo Stick of Knockback. Now I don't know why the mod creators decided to change the names of these around, because you can see all of these have the type of Pogo Stick followed by Pogo Stick, and these seem to have the Pogo Stick first followed by the type. But oh well, it's just a bit of OCD on my part there. But anyway, to actually craft these, it's a pretty similar crafting recipe to the rest of them. All you need to do is get the Pogo Stick template and put it above the item which is required for the specific Pogo Stick you want to craft. So here we've got an explosive pogo stick, and to craft this you're just going to need to put TNT underneath the pogo stick template. And then for the pogo stick of harm, you just need to put a diamond sword underneath the template. And then for the pogo stick of knockback, you just need to put this new item here, which is called a bouncer, and I'll show you how you can craft this later, underneath the template, and then you get your pogo stick of knockback. So first off, I'm going to show you the explosive pogo stick, and to use this one, all you need to do again is just right click and you'll fly in the air. Now you will notice that it doesn't seem to do much at the moment. In fact, it doesn't even have the repetitive jumping like the other pogo sticks do. But to actually use this one, you have to press another key. So when you're actually coming down, you just hold down crouch, and there you go, you'll make an explosion around you. And you can just keep doing this in the same spot if you wanted to. So just go up again and explode it, and then do it again and explode it, and I suppose you could just make a hole right down to bedrock. And of course it's easy to get out, because all you need to do is just use your pogo stick to get out. And yeah, and you may notice that this pogo stick propels you up 4 blocks, I believe it is, but we can go and test that out now, can't we? Because I've got these conveniently placed walls here, which you can try and scale. So here we go, let's see. Oh, actually, is it the same as the diamond one? Yep, there we go. So it's 5 blocks you can actually jump with this thing, so it's actually quite powerful on its own without the special ability. But then again, it doesn't have the repetitive jumping, which you might want. So next up we've got the pogo stick of harm, and this one basically just harms mobs in a certain radius around you when you land, and you use this in the same way as the explosive pogo stick. I'm just going to spawn some god chickens to test this out with. So here we go, I'm just going to right click and then go down, hold crouch, and there we go. There's like a radius of damage that's given out, and where you land and you're holding crouch, it's like you've just landed from an extreme distance and you're making a crater, but without the crater and with more of the damage. I don't know, that was a really terrible description of what it does, but you can see what it does really. Don't need to explain much more. And now all the god chickens are scared of me. Oh no. Oh well, we'll just spawn some more of them. So the last one I need to show you is the pogo stick of knockback. Now this is pretty similar in the way it works to the pogo stick of harm, because instead of the damage, all it does is knocks the mobs around you outwards in a certain radius. So here we go, just going to go up and then hold crouch, and boom. Look at those chickens fly. Yes, flying god chickens everywhere. It's brilliant. So if you just want to knock mobs around you back because they're getting too close, you can do that, like so. Whee! And now I've just made them go in the water. How nice am I? So yeah, that's the pogo stick of knockback. So now I've actually shown you all of the different pogo sticks, I can now show you the remaining 2 items in the mod. So we've got the bouncer and the pogo boots. And now you may remember the bouncer from earlier because you're going to need it to craft the pogo stick of knockback, but the pogo boots you haven't seen before. And to actually craft the bouncer, all you're going to need is 8 bits of wool in your crafting grid like that. And then you craft this item here called a bouncer. And then for the pogo boots, you're just going to need an emerald on top of a slime ball twice, like you craft boots. And then you craft yourself some pogo boots like this, and they have a lovely green texture, and you can put them in your inventory slot in the boots area. And now I'm going to start off by showing you what the pogo boots do, and basically what they do is they give you a jump height of 3 instead of the usual 1. So if I go up to this wall over here, I should be able to scale this wall easily like so, and there we go, and this is 3 blocks high, and this is permanent, you don't have to hold any items in your hand, and yeah, it's just cool. And also, it decreases fall damage, so you can jump from a mountain, and you won't take any fall damage at all, so that's what those do. So I've just had to set it to daytime because it was about to turn to nighttime, and if it was nighttime you wouldn't be able to see anything, which is quite important. You need to actually be able to see what I'm looking at really. So there we go, it's just daytime now, and I'm just going to show you the final item in the mod, which is the bouncer. And to actually use this, all you need to do is just place it down on the ground like so, and it's just a little block with a cool little texture, and I've embedded these in the ground here because it looks really cool. And basically the best way of describing this is that it's a trampoline, so all you need to do is walk on it and then press space. But before you need to do this, you actually need to remove your pogo boots if you actually have them on, because these prevent you from actually using the bouncer items. But once you've removed them, you can just go on the trampoline or the bouncer items and then just press the space bar. And there we go, you get propelled, I think it's 7 blocks into the air, and I've actually just set up a thing here to actually test how high it bounces you, and this block is 7 blocks up in the sky. That's what the bouncer item does. It's just like a trampoline, so you can just bounce everywhere. It's brilliant. So yeah, and you can also get some forward momentum with this, so you can just jump. There we go, I've jumped like 7 blocks outwards. It's brilliant. So yeah, that pretty much sums up everything in this mod. It just adds a variety of different pogo sticks and also some new items into Minecraft. And they're really fun to test out and just bounce everywhere like you're a rabbit. So thank you for watching. This is the Pogo Stick mod. Please remember to leave a like if you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next mod video.